Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
We are together. It's so nice to be together. 'Cause when we are together, it's so good. Will you try it with me? We are together. It's so nice to be together. 'Cause when we are together, it's so good. It's so good to be together tonight. We've got a lot to celebrate here. I'm really excited to be here with you. Are you all excited to be here?
Woo!
These amazing rabbis at your congregation. This amazing band. I'm here all the way from Chicago because it is so exciting to be together tonight. My name is Jay. I'm an old friend of your Rabbi Lisa's. We met, I think, the first week of our time at HUC together. And really excited to be here for her and you all tonight. We are together. We are together. It's so nice to be together. Everybody sing, we are together. It's so nice to be together. 'Cause when we are together, it's so good. A little hine for you. Hine matov, hine matov umanayim. Shevet achim, shevet achim gam yachad. Try it with us. Hine matov, hine matov umanayim. Shevet achim, shevet achim gam yachad. Here comes the pretty part. Sing it with us. I clap my hands. I move my soul. I clap my hands. You can put those hands in the air if you want to. We're celebrating tonight. I move my soul. We are together. Let's sing it nice and loud. We are together. It's so nice to be together. 'Cause when we are together, it's so It's your turn. Sing it nice and loud. We are together. It's so nice to be together. 'Cause when we are together, so good. It's so good. Hine matov, hine matov umanayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Nice and loud. Hine matov, hine are together one last time, nice and loud. We are together, it's so nice to be together. 'Cause when we are together, it's so good. We are together, we are together, it's so nice to be together. 'Cause when we are together, it's so good.
Yasher Koach, Jay. Thank you. Well, Shabbat Shalom and welcome to just a totally normal Shabbat. Rest, renewal. We get to put aside of a long week, throw away any election anxiety, and just be grateful. We're saying thank you this Shabbat for our veterans and for the democracy of our country, even when it feels threatened. And Samuel Jacobs, you're becoming a bar mitzvah this Shabbat. But I'm really grateful, Sam, that you are willing to share some of your spotlight with your rabbis, with me and Rabbi Rebecca and Rabbi Genevieve. And I'm really grateful that all of you are here with us this evening in our sanctuary and on Zoom to share in a really exciting moment as we are officially installed, like a dishwasher or computer software, as your rabbis. So first, I really want to say thank you to my family and my friends and the families and friends of Rabbi Rebecca and Rabbi Genevieve who are joining us tonight, especially as you heard my dear friend and colleague Jay Rappaport, who's bringing his music Ruach Rock, to us tonight. Jay and I were in HUC together, earning our master's degree in Jewish education. He was our neighbor when we lived in New York City. You and your wife Rachel signed our ketubah, and you also just happened to also be the piano player in my husband Schwa's band. A lot of connections, but I'm really glad you can be part of another special simcha and that I get to share your amazing music with our community. So Cantor Lana, thank you for sharing your music with us as always and for putting this whole service together and working with Jay, and I really can't wait to see what we have in store tonight. So thanks again, everyone here, for your trust in your new clergy team, because we are really grateful to have found this community. When I first started here 10 years ago, I don't know that I quite grasped what a congregational rabbi really even meant. So I appreciate now to have some time to reflect and share some gleanings of what I've learned so far. And first, of course, I learned who we all are at PTBE. We're a community of religious and not so religious people, cultural and curious, skeptical, spiritual, Jewish people and people of all backgrounds who are essential to our community. We all enter the doorways and gates and windows to Jewish life in different ways, but we want to mark who we are, our life journeys, as meaningful together with each other. We want to know that we belong to one another. And I've learned that PTBE is a place that inspires us to build a better world. We have a tradition that asks us to pursue justice and be instruments of justice. We are taught to see each other, B'Tselem Elohim, in God's image, and offer care and support to one another. And we don't let anything stop us from connecting, even a pandemic, even many transitions, even some losses. We want to continue to affirm PTBE as a center in our lives, so from its center, we reach out in goodness to all areas of our world. As your rabbi, I have learned that every professional moment is personal. Whether it's been sharing in the joy in your bar mitzvah and weddings and births, or shedding tears at your losses, standing with you in these sacred moments of your lives, you have provided me with inspiration, learning, generosity of spirit, and deep compassion. You've taught me how to be a rabbi, by sharing our lives together. And as your rabbi, I've learned about teamwork with clergy, with staff, with lay leaders, so many of you here who care about our community and who are passionate to make sure that we succeed as a community. And I'm in awe of every single one of you who volunteers and contributes to PTBE because of your own sacred calling here. And I've learned Torah. Not the kind that I learned in rabbinical school, but the kind of Torah where text meets life and life meets text. The kind of Torah that reminds us our personal stories matter. I love studying Torah of all kinds with all of you, and this week's no different. The Torah portion this week is Vayera. It begins with Abraham sitting at the opening of his tent on a hot desert day, looking out on the horizon. And the rabbis note that this is an unusual place for Abraham to sit at this time of day because it's not under the shade or inside where it's comfortable and cool. But Abraham sits there because he wants to greet others, and he wants to show that the entryway into his tent is open. It's waiting for someone to show up. And that's what I have hoped to model in my rabbinate, that the doors of PTBE always feel open to you all, as long as you remember your gate code. But I hope that when you're here at prayer services, a class, or even a meeting, that you are seen and heard and appreciated for being here. Being open to new questions, new ideas, new possibilities is what we get to continue to explore together. So thank you for teaching me about being your rabbi, and I'm so grateful to continue our journey together. So we're going to start this Shabbat service by adding some light of our Shabbat candles. Sam, your family, is joining us on the bima. Rachel Jacobs, Aaron Jacobs, Marty Jacobs, Minna Jacobs, Gloria Feschels, and Sandy Korzeni. We're on page 2 and 3 in our prayer book.
into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
We're going to welcome Shabbat, continuing to welcome Shabbat on page 20 with the words of Lecha Dodi. It's a custom, if you're able, to rise and turn to face our entrance to greet Shabbat as a bride coming to us this evening.
We'll continue with the Baruch Hu, and we remain standing, if able, on page 28.
I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray. Somebody say, I want to hear somebody sing. I want to hear somebody sing. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody sing. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray. Baruch Hu et Adonai. Mevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Olam Va'ed. Let's hear you. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray.
We turn on page 34 to the Shema.
Shema
Please be seated. In her novel, The Weight of Ink, the author Rachel Kaddish takes the reader on a journey from the present day to the Sephardic community of 17th century London, exploring Jewish philosophy, history, and culture. Her characters take part in the ongoing Jewish conversation that spans generations and millennia. They come to realize that none of us is alone, that no people's thread was separate from any others, but everyone's fate was woven together in this illuminated, love-stricken world. There could be no standing apart. For me, becoming a rabbi and becoming your rabbi is affirmation that our threads are interwoven, that we are connected with one another and with our broader community and with centuries of Jewish text, practice, and tradition. I am so honored and grateful to begin my rabbinic career here at PTBE, to care for one another, to learn together, to sing with one voice, to act for justice, and to be part of this beautiful community. Thank you for your welcome. I'm honored to present a video from my mentor and teacher, Rabbi Michael Copeland of Shar Zahav, who opened Jewish doorways for me at Stanford Hillel and helped me find my place on this tapestry of many threads. I think if we've all learned something from the past 2.5+ years, it's to give grace to tech challenges.
To hear the great Letty Cotton Pogrebin speak recently. Shabbat Shalom. I'm Rabbi Michael Copeland. I was fortunate enough to hear the great Letty Cotton Pogrebin speak recently, the founder of Ms. Magazine and one who made my childhood complete by creating Free to Be You and Me. She was commenting about our world today and how much progress around women's rights we've lost. But then she said something remarkable. The progress that she and our other Jewish feminist leaders of the past 50 years or so made within Judaism cannot be undone. You can't take away the baby naming ceremonies of little girls starting in the 1970s and beyond. Recalling that she wasn't allowed to say Kaddish at her own mother's funeral in 1955 because women weren't counted in a minyan, she remarked that now countless women have said Kaddish for their loved ones. That is done. And you can't just take away women rabbis' ordination. We are here. Judaism has been permanently transformed. I feel blessed every day that I have the honor of doing this sacred work, and it has been pure joy to see Rabbi Rebecca Hecht follow this path as well. What we are doing here is nothing short of revolutionary. Rabbi Rebecca Hecht was a student at Stanford when I was the rabbi at Hillel. Although we spent time cooking and praying and singing and organizing during those years, my favorite memories were the times when she would text me passages of books because something she was reading in, say, a Chinese historical document connected with a conversation from one of our long walks around campus. Her passion for making connections, learning, and sharing the excitement of intellectual and spiritual pursuits is contagious. What a beautiful shidduch, what a great match that she's beginning this next chapter of her journey here at PTBE. The Talmud teaches us that when two people are sitting together and words of Torah pass between them, Shekhinah resides there. The Shekhinah will certainly be spending a lot of time here as Rabbi Hecht brings her passion, inquiries, and spiritual depth to this community. Brucha at Shekhinah, blessed is the Shekhinah who ignites in us the love of study. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
We'll turn to page 40 for Mi Chamucha.
Holy sister, holy daughter, where you are, we find the water. Where you are, we hear the song. Holy sister, Miriam. Holy sister, holy daughter, where you are, we find the water. Where you are, we hear the song. Holy sister, Miriam, spring of all healing, waters will follow you. Down to the well, spring of all healing, water. Holy sister, holy God, sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah, holy sister, holy daughter, where you are, we find the waters. Where you are, we hear the song. Holy sister, Miriam, where you are, we hear the song. Holy sister, Miriam.
We'll turn to 42 for the Hashkivenu.
A couple weeks ago, I went to see the amazing Joey Weisenberg concert at Cherith Israel in San Francisco. And we sing some of his melodies here. He's a composer and prayer leader and just an incredible human. And I learned an interesting lesson from him because when he tuned his guitar, He just tuned his guitar. He didn't tell a story, and he didn't try and distract everyone. And we just sat there and watched him tune the guitar. And here I am just trying to fill all the space. But now we're in tune, because I did. Okay. Next time, I'm not going to say anything. You're just going to sit there and listen. If you haven't taken a deep breath yet tonight, let's do it. It's been a day. Hashkivenu Adonai Heinu Lishalom Lecha Amideinu Shamreinu Lechaim Ufros Aleinu Sukkah Shlomecha Ufros Aleinu Sukkah Shlomecha Guardian of life, guardian of peace, keep us safe in the night. Shomreinu lechaim. Guardian of life, guardian of peace, keep us safe in the night. Shomreinu lechaim. Shomreinu lechaim. Guardian of life, guardian of peace, keep us safe in the night. Shomreinu lechaim. Guardian of life, guardian of peace, keep us safe in the night. Shomreinu lechaim. God, sweet soul of humanity, please protect us under your great canopy, so we will feel the shelter of your love. Feel the shelter of your love. Hashkivenu Adonai Heinu Lishalom Lecha Amideinu Shamreinu Lechaim Ufros Aleinu Sukkah Shlomecha Ufros Aleinu Sukkah Shlomecha.
I recently learned about this concept in the Talmud called vilon. It comes up in a long conversation the rabbis are having about how the world was created. And they're talking about how many spheres there are to the sky or to the heavens. One rabbi says there are 2, but Reish Lakish says there are 7. 7 spheres to the sky. And vilon, which translates as curtain, is the first, the nearest of them. He says the Vilon doesn't contain anything, but it enters at morning and departs in evening, and every day it renews all creation. While not tangible, it's right here, the Vilon, circulating even now between us. And the concept reminds me that there's a quiet magnificence essential in the fabric of our world. I don't know about you, but I don't live my life with that in mind on a day-to-day basis. What I do know is that I feel called to attune myself to the miraculous in this world when I am called on as rabbi. In this identity, I am inspired to learn more text, and it is here in community that those texts cross the threshold from merely theoretical to experiences. I see our tradition come to life in you in beautiful, unprecedented ways. So far, it has been a privilege to be here. And it's not only an honor to be called rabbi by you, but it awakens an awareness in me and calls me towards seeing the divine and subtle in things. I'm humbled to partake in the unique and wondrous ways Judaism lives and thrives here at PTBE. Thank you for calling me rabbi. My Talmud teacher, Rabbi and Professor Jane Kanarak, will be giving me her blessing in a recording this evening that I sort of wish I washed beforehand, but I didn't. Rabbi Jane taught me the analytic skills it takes to study, and she showed me how to be critical while allowing for imagination to emerge. Many thanks to Rabbi Jane.
Rabbi Genevieve, you are being installed as a rabbi today in the Torah portion of Vayera, a portion, a parasha of vision and of sight. One way we may translate its name is, and God appeared. In our story, God remembers or sees the barren Sarah. At the age of 90, she gives birth to Yitzchak. Yitzchak's name means laughter, and the ancient rabbis teach us that the miracle of his birth spilled over into the whole world. On the day of Yitzchak's birth, barren women became pregnant, the sick were healed, prayers were answered, and the world was filled with laughter. There is another mother and child in our story too, Hagar and Yishmael. When Hagar runs away to the wilderness, an angel and then God appear to her by a well of water. They tell her that she should return to Sarah, her mistress, that she is pregnant with a son, and that her descendants will be so numerous that they cannot be counted. Her son, God promises, will be impossible to oppress. Hagar names God after this encounter, calling God El Roi, the God of my seeing. Hagar's name for God, the God of my seeing, has two sides. My seeing means that God has seen Hagar, and it also means that Hagar has seen God. Genevieve, you have the gift of seeing. You are able to seek out and to see the poetry in our tradition, to lift up overlooked voices and to move these voices to the center. You do this with our sacred texts, and you do this with the people who surround you. You listen to our sacred texts, you listen to people, and you speak back. You are seen and you've seen others. This gift of seeing that you have is woven tightly into our tradition through the mitzvah, the commandment of Re'iyah. This commandment is mentioned in the Torah and at the beginning of a Talmudic tractate that I know you are studying, Tractate Chagiga. The Torah commands us to make a pilgrimage 3 times a year to Jerusalem and appear there before God. Shalosh pe'amim bashana yera'eh kol zechorcha et penei Adonai. 3 times a year, all of your males shall appear before God. I have translated the word zechorcha quite literally, your males. I have not whitewashed it. Yet the Palestinian Talmud, the Yerushalmi, understands this verse more inclusively. It understands this verse to include women and children, really all of Israel. According to the Yerushalmi, the entirety of Israel must appear before God 3 times a year. Israel must go to the temple to see God and to be seen by God. And Israel must do this in order to fulfill the joy of the holidays. Israel must also do this as a community. This mitzvah of Re'iyah, of seeing, is a radical commandment. It teaches us that joy means seeing the divine and being seen by the divine. It teaches us that we have an obligation to see one another and to be seen. It teaches us that we must do this in community. Rabbi Genevieve, with your leadership, you bring the gifts of joy, sight, and inclusion to your congregation. You know how to seek out the divine and to seek out the human. You know how to see what is hidden and to bring it gracefully, poetically to the surface and to the center. You know how to build a community of seers and of seekers. Rabbi Genevieve, may you bring the blessing of vision to your leadership, your work with this congregation. May you be seen, and may you help all those around you know that they too are seen. Mazal tov.
Everybody come back.
Rabbi Genevieve and Rabbi Rebecca, Cantor Lana and I would love to invite you to stand on our ark so we can install you officially as the rabbis of PTBE. Rabbi Genevieve, when you first shared your vision of the rabbinate with our search committee, you wrote, "As a caregiver, I hold one-on-one conversations and relationships with gravity and responsibility." In a short time, I've seen that to be so true. You are reflective and inquisitive, listening and learning from those around you at all times. You have begun to nurture our students as they grow their spiritual life, and they listen to you, noticing that your power is gentle and welcoming, deep and patient. On Yom Kippur, you offered your community a meaningful lesson that sitting in our hardships can be a source of strength, rather than asking us to rush to make sense of the challenges in our life. You believe that, and you model that. Your wisdom comes from your love of Torah, and I am so impressed of how sacred text exudes from you like water flowing. Already, you are a reminder to our community that sometimes it is the still small voice that calls to us, and we are eager to pay attention. Rabbi Rebecca, your journey to the rabbinate was shaped by a love of learning, a strong sense of social responsibility, and a yearning to build community. When our search committee first encountered you, we saw your conviction to widen the doorways to Jewish community. You wrote in your rabbinic vision that every individual has the right to claim Judaism as their own and choose what a righteous, meaningful Jewish life is. The gates are always open. Welcome in. Well, you have welcomed those around you in, and they feel as they belong already to something greater in your presence. Your warm smile makes them feel safe and seen. You exude confidence and skill in your teaching and leadership, conscientious about delivering your teachings and your sermons so that they are sure to inspire and connect. On Rosh Hashanah, you inspired us all to muster up the compassion we need to combat the challenges of this world, but especially a reminder to offer that compassion to ourselves. And I wish that for you too. The work ahead of us is long, but I know your passion and care will go a long way to care for PTBE community, for the Jewish people, and our world. We're going to open our ark doors. Please rise. Thank you. Rabbi Rebecca and Rabbi Genevieve, you are called to this moment here and now. And I look forward to seeing your callings take place over our time together here at Bethel and beyond. I'm so grateful that I have you both as partners. You are both so smart and so creative, bringing new ideas and an understanding of a world that I don't know. I'm okay with that. And your questions and reflections have already allowed our clergy team and our temple to grow together. So today I want to charge you both. Take risks in your rabbinate, even when they don't work out. Build relationships with people, our congregants and organizations that are rooted in purpose. Have strong convictions, but remain open to new ideas. And keep learning so that you always have something to say. But mostly I pray that you always find joy in this work and that we find it together. We're going to invite you to each hold a Torah scroll as we bless you. Dear God of our ancestors, we stand before you in gratitude, welcoming Rabbi Genevieve and Rabbi Rebecca into our midst. We are grateful for your eagerness to serve our community and for choosing Peninsula Temple Bethel as the place to begin your rabbinic journeys. So we ask of you, God, to give you strength to be Kli Kodesh, to be holy vessels of your work. Help them to spread the light of PTBE and the love and pride in this sanctuary and extend it to all who seek meaning here. Deepen them with the strength of wisdom from our tradition so we can build stronger connections to Torah and to each other. Our God and God of our ancestors, bestow your blessings on Rabbi Rebecca Hecht and Rabbi Genevieve Granitz. Instill them with wisdom and righteousness, generosity and kindness as they assume the position of assistant rabbis of Peninsula Temple Bethel. May this commitment between you both and this community be sealed for goodness. You deserve it, and we deserve you. May we all go from strength to strength.
Amen.
May God bless you, and may God keep you.
Ya'ir Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's face shine down upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha shalom.
And may you find in this work a sense of wholeness, a sense of calling, and a sense of peace. Amen. Mazel tov. We invite you to remain standing as we find intention for our Amidah prayers.
It may not bring water to dry fields. Or rebuild a ruined city. But still, I open up my lips. Adonai, Sephatai Tiftach. Open up my lips. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. And my mouth will declare your glory. not tell you the future or get you what you want, but it could give you what you need. Adonai Sefatai Tiftach. You can try me if you want. Adonai Sefatai Tiftach. Open up my lips. Ufi Agit Tehilatacha. And my mouth will declare your glory. So open up my lips. Help me find my voice. May the sound release. I won't hold back. I won't hold back. It can nourish a soul. It can mend a broken heart. It can rebuild a weakened will. Adonai Sefatai Tiftach. Adonai Sefatai Tiftach. Open up my lips. Ufi Agit Tehilatacha. And my mouth will declare your glory.
We invite you to pray silently following the words of the Amidah beginning on page 46, or finding those words in your heart. And when you feel ready, you may be seated. We continue in our prayer supplement.
Sweet Spirit, hear my prayer. Help these words you stumble at there. I am but a voice, just a cry in the air, but I say nonetheless, this pain we share. Sweet friends, come and
often it is in these really powerful moments that we need healing the most, or that we most notice what's lacking. Where are we? Are we able to show up as we want to? No matter how you show up, we accept you. And that's why we always pray. We pray for renewal of strength, of body and spirit, praying for healing because it is the most important work we can do. If you are praying for someone tonight or you're praying for yourself, I invite you to rise and be recognized as someone who is caring or someone who is healing. But we'll invite you to share a name aloud as a holy cacophony, a congregation that's paying attention to those names and people around them. We notice you, we notice one another, and we turn our intentions of healing to Stephanie Levitt, Marilyn Greenwald, Marcia Margolin, Francie Karp, Evan Bin, Lynn Ettlinger, Larry Margolis, Gary Verbin, Larry Gurman, Rebecca Frazier, Marcel Frazier, Sherry Berenstein, Maxine Brogo, Pari Meskin, David Habib, Anna Tran, Lev Heschel Ben Bat Ami, Suzanne Price, Carol Kleinman, Sergio Ripka, Carol Penn, Jessica Bobson, Abdullah Ibrahim, Cindy Brines, Louis Elliskew, Dolores Gould, Elisheva Khana, Sophia Khana, Betty Nazarian, Bob Barry, Justin Ben David Michal Vadina Lea, Steve Kuklin, Alfie Gross, Gail Rosenberg, and Richard Maltzman. And those names you shared, we say Refuah Shlema.
Oh, sweet Spirit, hear my prayer. Help these words heal someone out there.
Rabbi Sarah Mason Barkin is a rabbi and executive educator at Congregation Beth Shalom in Scottsdale, Arizona. We started working together here at PTBE when I was just beginning my rabbinate. And Rabbi Sarah mentored me and consistently inspires me. She recently wrote an article for the Jewish News in Arizona, things that were first introduced in 1972. Video game consoles, hacky sacks, egg McMuffins, and Rabbi Sally Presand, who became the first American woman to be ordained as a rabbi. So it might make sense to mention at this time that the new clergy team we are installing tonight, while not intentional, is all female. Egg McMuffins are still the same, but the world has changed dramatically in ways we could have never anticipated since the 1970s. And it was Rabbi Sarah who helped me realize the power and blessings that come with working with other women. Women to lift each other up, who all shine together, and who demand legitimacy of our rabbinates in cute dresses and heels. I am so lucky to have pioneers who paved this path for us tonight, but I'm even more lucky to always have the voice and ear of friend and mentor Rabbi Sarah Mason Barkin.
Shabbat Shalom, Peninsula Temple Bethel. It is so good to be with you for Shabbat services. I so wish that I could be there with you in person to celebrate the installation of my dear friend and your new senior rabbi, Rabbi Lisa Kingston. Now, I knew when Rabbi Lisa and I started together about 10 years ago that she was someone really special. Over the time that we worked together at PTBE, she taught me so much about how to work hard, how to think creatively, how to be out of the box, and how to be fearlessly innovative when it comes to trying new ideas, new programming, new lessons, new ways of exciting Jewish life. And I know that with Rabbi Lisa at the helm of the next several years of your congregation, she's going to take you to incredible, new, and interesting and exciting places. Rabbi Lisa comes to every moment in her rabbinate with a sense of creativity, with joyful fun, with energetic excitement, and a feeling that you just want to be where the action is. There's literally nothing that she won't try. And that is what makes PTBE so interesting and exciting, because we never know exactly what waits around the corner. When we think about what it means to be in a place that feels like home, that joy is important. But the other thing that Rabbi Lisa brings that has meant so much to me over the last decade that we've known each other is that her office was always a safe place to go on the days when we were maybe not feeling the fun, on the days where maybe we were hitting some low moments and having a hard time. And I think I learned the most from Rabbi Lisa in those difficult moments when I would knock on her door and I needed a safe place to cry or to vent or to have someone who could listen and be there for me when I was feeling vulnerable and raw. And we were able to be that for each other. And I know that so many of you understand what a good listener she is and how she's able to help reframe difficult situations and to simply be there with you as you make your way through. Because part of being a rabbi for her is not only about the energy and the joy and the fun, but also understanding when we need to be a quiet, non-anxious presence for one another. So it is this combination of knowing when we need to be what, when we need to be fearless and when we need to be careful, when it's time to change and when it's time to rest easy and understand that things are going to stay the same, that this is what will make Rabbi Lisa an incredible leader for all of you. And when I think of leadership, Rabbi Lisa is one of the most important people that I think of, and how much she's taught me over the years of what it means to be a leader in the Jewish community. So, my beloved friends at PTBE, I know that you have many years of blessing ahead. And as you look forward and into the future, I hope that you will be blessed with excitement and creativity. I hope that you'll try new things and see Judaism in a way that you never thought to see it before. I hope that you will be blessed with peace and comfort in the times that you need it most, that you have a leader who is ready and willing and to listen and be available and to be present for you, even in the dark moments. And more than anything else, I hope for you, my blessing for you, my wish for you, is that PTBE always feels like that warm, welcoming, inclusive home that it was for me. I know it is for all of you, and I know that it will continue to become. So to my dear friend, Rabbi Lisa, I want to say mazel tov from the bottom of my heart. I am so happy for you, and I am even happier for this community that we have shared and that you have continued to nurture. I know just how blessed they are to be in this world with you, experiencing Jewish life with you. And may you all have many, many years of happiness together. Shabbat shalom and congratulations.
All right. Are we good? Okay.
If your phone is buzzing or ringing, this is a great time to silence. Hold on. Don't worry. Rabbi Lisa. Your installation as senior rabbi marks a sacred moment in the history of this congregation and also celebrates the important emergence of female leadership in the Jewish world at large. The night that you were officially voted in was one that I will never forget. The sanctuary was filled with hoots and hollers. The moment was joyful and uplifting, giving us the boost we all needed after a very challenging few years. What you bring to PTBE is truly unique. I have seen how you navigate this work with compassion, patience, and empathy, and deeply care for so many of our families. You embody a remarkable sense of resilience, a wacky sense of humor, and an insane work ethic. You hold us in our deepest moments of grief, and you also know how to dial up the fun when it's time to celebrate. What I know about impactful leadership is that it requires great listening skills, and a willingness to be vulnerable. These are qualities that you already embody. You have been exceptionally brave on this bema, sharing your story, expressing your truth, and not being afraid to speak out against the injustices that we are all witness to. Please keep giving those hard sermons, which push us to think deeply about our own personal growth, and also call us to evaluate how we can have an impact for good. I'm proud to stand beside you, knowing that in partnership we can lead a community that truly values the pursuit of justice. So this evening I have been given the honor of bestowing blessing upon you. But first I would like to address our congregation. Ask you to please rise. PTBE, friends and guests, may you always be kind and gracious to your rabbis. Remember that your clergy are human beings with families and feelings. Bless your rabbis with reminders of self-care and self-love. Give them your open hearts and your willingness to be inspired by their vision and teachings. Please guard these sacred relationships with kavod, with honor and respect. All right, back to you. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu. Our God and God of our ancestors, bestow your blessings upon Rabbi Lisa Kingston. Guide her to trust in her own capacities and strong moral compass. Remind her that she is not alone. There is a community of rabbis and female clergy that have journeyed the uncharted waters. Guide her love and empathy to carry her through the moments of uncertainty. Continue to reveal the joy of this work so it may be nourishing for her. Instill her with courage, strength, and wisdom as she assumes the position of senior rabbi of Peninsula Temple Bethel. All right, hold on. I'm going to ask our Rabbi Genevieve and Rabbi Rebecca to come place your hands. Yivarech Adonai v'yishmerech. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elayich v'chunayich. May God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elayich v'yasem lach shalom. May you feel God's presence within you always. May you find peace on your journey. May you be blessed with a rabbinate of meaning, of impact, and of celebration. May you go from strength to strength. And may you remember this present moment as a gift.
The world is wide and I am small. The grass gets green and it grows tall. Time slows down to a crawl and I stand in awe of it all. I don't always know where I'm headed. Sometimes I feel lost inside, but I'll never throw the towel in. I've learned to enjoy the ride. This is the only life I live. They call it the present, 'cause it's a gift. The hourglass sands may shift, but today is the best day of my life. Whoa, 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 whoa. The sky unfolds, no cloud in a hurry. If I could fly, I'd never worry. Always be right where I'm going. Still there's something exciting about not knowing. I don't really know what I'm meant for. Sometimes I get lost in my mind, but I don't need all the answers. I'm happy with what I find. This is the only life I'll live. They call it the present, 'cause it's a gift. The hourglass sands may shift, but today is the best day of my life. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And when destiny comes calling, I will open the door. Smile as I look all around me and see everything I've been searching for. The world is wide and I am small. The grass gets green and it grows tall. Time slows down to a crawl and I stand in awe of it all. Mazel tov.
I think Scott Hartley, you have some announcements for us as a representative of our Board of Trustees. Thanks for being here tonight. And thanks, Sharon, for being here too from Hawaii.
Well, Rabbi, it's wonderful to be here tonight. When Roxanne asked that I say a few words on behalf of the board about our relationship, the community's relationship and the board's relationship with you, I was very excited. I remain excited about that. Welcome to Lisa, your family, and Schwa's family, I understand, is here as well. I know that all of you stand here in support of Lisa, and thank you so much for sharing your daughter and your son and your aunt with all of us here. So a little bit about the history of our synagogue, so that we can place Rabbi Lisa where she is now as our new senior. Our synagogue opened in 1951. Rabbi Sanford Rosen was our first rabbi. He served from 1951 to 1982, and he was actually a player on the national stage, including serving on the White House Conference on Children and Youth. Rabbi Peter Rubenstein came on as our senior rabbi in 1982, and he served through 1992. He brought congregational members to the Soviet Union to highlight the plight of the Soviet Jews, and also connected us with the Samaritan House and other organizations that helped those less fortunate in our community. Rabbi Alan Berg was our third senior rabbi from 1992 to 2006, and among his many accomplishments was overseeing the design and construction of this beautiful sanctuary that we're sitting in here right now. Our fourth senior rabbi was Rabbi Dennis Eisner, who was our senior rabbi from 2007 to 2020. Among Dennis's many gifts were his wit and his thoughtful compassion, and he also had a talent for hiring clergy. So Rabbi Lisa Kingston is our fifth senior rabbi, and for me there's something really poetic about her being our fifth. As you can see over my left shoulder, the fifth commandment directs us to honor our parents. Actually, it says honor our father and honor our mother, but that, as we know, is a little bit antiquated. And it's never been really that limited for me. For me, what a parent is much more broadly defined. It's not limited to the people that are legally responsible for us. A parent in this context also includes aunts, uncles, cousins. The friends who are here to support Lisa represent parents to me. People who have known you, Rabbi, and influenced you throughout your life. I think you also honor through your work with us. This week I marked my mom's yahrzeit, and I know that this opportunity to share my family's joy about Rabbi Lisa, through that and everything that I do, I aspire to honor my mom and all the other people who acted as parents for me. Tonight I know, Lisa, you honor your parents and your extended family and friends by agreeing to take on this position to be our senior rabbi. So we're lucky to have Rabbi Lisa acting as our senior for many reasons. Chief among those reasons are her humility and her courage. Now I'm going to say some nice things about you now, Rabbi Lisa, and I know that your honest humility makes that sometimes hard for you to listen to. But our best leaders from Moses on forward have been very humble. And humility involves a concern for doing and helping others, and we ideally, humbly share our talents and our abilities as we serve others. We see Rabbi Lisa doing this. We see her like Abraham before her, not seeking the shelter and the cool spaces, but through these difficult years, she has quietly been serving our community with grace and strength and energy. Of course, we only see a small sliver of the work she does. Rabbi Lisa holds so much for us and our congregation, our joy and our struggles, our pain and our celebrations. She does it all without drawing attention and without pretension. Her humble strength is inspirational. Rabbi Lisa is also a courageous person. Her courage shows itself in large ways and smaller ways. She puts herself out there with honesty. It's safer to be general and non-personal. It's safer to be generic rather than specific. But Lisa risks being sincere and open. Her sincerity is in disturbingly short supply today. But we find it here at Bethel, thanks in no small part to the leadership and example of Rabbi Lisa. About 900 years ago, Yehuda Halevi, a Spanish Jewish physician and philosopher, recognized the courage it takes to truly live and love, to truly expose your true self to the cruelties that can come. Halevi wrote, "'Tis a fearful thing to love what death can touch, a fearful thing to love, to hope, to dream, to be, and to lose." Rabbi Lisa's courage in sharing her struggles and emotions over the years has moved me greatly. She has proved herself willing to risk private pain by being publicly open. We know that life is delicate and ephemeral. Great sensitivity is required to cultivate lasting and meaningful relationships. That fragility is both the pain and the beauty of our lives. Without that fragility, we would not appreciate the wonder that comes to us through our friendships and our work together. If it is easy, it is not as worthy. Because Rabbi Lisa has shared herself with us, we've been able to learn and grow together. I'm not sure where her strength comes from. It has seemed inexhaustible over the last years. My hunch is that much of your strength comes from within you. I also am confident that it's your training and experience and your friends and your family and your colleagues that provide that strength. So looking to our future, I'm looking forward very much to learning together in the days and years to come. Of course, sometimes we'll make mistakes, and we'll strive to make those mistakes humbly. This can be challenging, and as Rabbi Alana noted, there are challenges that come with being a senior rabbi for sure. Some of us find it easier to stare directly at the sun than ever to look in the mirror, and I am eager to grow together through our successes and near misses. Thank you, Rabbi Lisa, for being willing to share yourself with us. Shwa, this goes for you too. Rabbi Rebecca and Rabbi Genevieve, you're very lucky to be serving with Rabbi Lisa as you start your professional careers. Cantor Ilana, I know how lucky you are. We've gotten to know Rabbi Lisa over the last decade, and we are richer for that knowledge. To Lisa's family and friends who are with us here tonight, leave here knowing that Lisa is loved here. She is respected here. She is deeply appreciated here, and we will cherish her here. All right, announcements. Getting to the good part. We're in the high giving campaign, so please, Rabbi Lisa has actually devoted herself to this, so don't let her down. If you haven't given, please do. Rosh Hashanah parents, next Sunday, Brotherhood Bagel Brunch is available for you, and there's also time to put yourself in. We're running out of time if you want to quickly to get in for education scholarships. Movie Midrash is next Sunday. High Noon is the movie. Hanukkah Community Concert is in December, and there are learning opportunities in December too. You can join Rabbi Rebecca to study big Jewish ideas, and join Saul for meditation practice. Shabbat Shalom. Oh, and Sam, congratulations. Mazel tov. This is very exciting in these periods of transition that you get to be a part of. It's going to move fast, as I'm sure you've heard, and enjoy every minute as you can.
Well, thank you. We're running really late, so I'm not going to say anything, but I'm just so appreciative of everything this evening. So now we're going to turn to page 294 to say Kaddish. Some of you are remembering those parents that you're honoring. Some of you are mourning someone who you've lost recently, and others who have died in this time in years past. If you're here observing a yard site or saying Kaddish, I invite you to rise. In recent losses, we are remembering Paul Garfinkel, Sheila Kirshner, Daniel Mandel, Dorothy Garfinkel, and Mikhail Misha Ari Zablinski. The Shabbat is the yard site of Harry Berenstein, Samuel Blattis, Ray Brizzi, Richard Bryant, Fred Buckwalter, Francis Cohen, Leon Ellis, Cindy Cole, David Ellison, Elsie Ezekiel, Manuger Gatan, Myrna Gilbert, Leon M. Golding, Jerome Gordon, Rick Green, Erna Grushka, Mary Hartley, Irene Hersvik, Harland Hoffman, Ruth Hoffman, Bernard B. Hallman, Alice Carl, Eleanor Kay, Eileen Kenner, Retta Courant, Jeannie Leibovitz, David Leipziger, Joseph Lev, Terrence McDowell, Ronald Miller, Miriam Moss, Alvin Nadler, Irving Nushian, Oded Reinen, Rosalind Rose, Gertrude Rosenkrantz, Hillard Ross, Harry Rubin, Eleanor Rubenstein, Celia Schwartz, Richard C., Robert Scheimoff, Harold Wachter, Edith Wertheimer, Joseph Benjamin Wess, Lawrence Wolfe, and Abraham Udenfren. If there's a name that I left off of this list or that I mispronounced and you'd like to recite it out loud, please do so as I look around the sanctuary. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Will we rise together as one in support of our mourners, sing Kaddish Yatom together. Ikadal v'ikadash shemei rabbah, be'amad divrach ereteh ve'amlich malchuteh, b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithazar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kedusha barichu, le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, Zamiran be'ama v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yakosh v'tevel v'imru amen. Zikranam levracha, may their memory be for a blessing. Sam. Sam Jacobs, I won't even be at your bar mitzvah tomorrow, so you have the whole day to yourself. I'm sorry that I can't be there celebrating with your family, but I'm so glad that I get to be with you tonight, and you get to lead our congregation in Kiddush and Motzi. So come on up and join us on the Bima. We're really proud of you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher litziat mitrayim kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim ve'shabbat kodeshecha be'achava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen.
L'chaim.
How was it? Good. Hamotzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
All right, that piece goes to Rabbi Lisa.
All right, I'm going to share it with my friends.
This goes to you for French toast tomorrow. There you go. Great job, Sam.
Thank you. There's so many people to thank. Obviously, Cantor Alana, my clergy colleagues, Rabbi Genevieve and Rabbi Rebecca, my family, Kate and Max, and the whole staff for welcoming us.
Relly,
And the board.
Relly Siegel, thank
Relly,
you for the
thank
beautiful
you.
flowers, and of
And
course,
Lorna and Stephanie for flowers and support with our dinner. It's just been a really beautiful weekend. Shabbat Shalom.
and Jay Rappaport in the house. Woo! Oh, say shalom, bimroma. Oh, say shalom, bimroma.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Nice job, guys. Great playing with you.